absolutely requires stacks to be able to get for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. By the way, you might be getting purged for the next game.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
He's agreed. Maybe.
Hasn't agreed yet.
You just asked him and hope for the best?
No, he basically told me that he saw my message. That's all he says. It's like, I've seen your message. We'll see.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
All right, we are now in the game. So this is something I like to do at the beginning of every game to try to get the silliness out of our system right off the bat. Courier versus Courier. Who do you take? We have the Octarine Core Crab Courier.
Yeah.
Versus the Llama. Okay, well,
Llama.
that's an easy one.
It's Llama over Top Knot.
Yeah.
I take the Llama.
I'm going to have to say the same. It's one of the worst couriers in the game, so thus it wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's real bad.
And a pause as well. I mean, the amount of pauses you get. So there's a couple of things about the Dota scene, right? I mean, I've
Please
played...
vent to me, please.
Yeah, I'm going to vent about this, right? Because I come from a lot of different scenes, and I get to see how the production and stuff's done, and a lot of it behind the scenes. And I think casters, a lot of different scenes, and I get to see how the production and stuff's done, and a lot of it behind the scenes. And for these events, especially when there's so many games, and it's much more feasible to get casters. But even so, I feel like a caster should never be doing his own camera work, because they're worrying about so much more stuff on the side, the production and whatnot. And even so, I feel it just doesn't create a good viewer experience, right? It's much better when the casters are able to just focus entirely on the game.
I think if the casters are used to it, then it's not really that bad for the viewer. It's not even noticeable, honestly.
True.
Like I said, I used to actually, and I'm not being sarcastic here, I used to actually be good at camera. But that's when I used to cast a lot, right? So you just got used to it.
Smoke's broke.
Bulba, by the way, has the worst Nyx Assassin set in the game.
You don't like it?
God awful.
Crap.
It's the newest set too. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at this real quick.
Honestly, I didn't like a lot of the sets in that treasure.
This is just fucking Jesus Christ. What are you thinking with this set? Ugh. Okay, I'll try not to keep the camera on him at all this game. But no promises.
It's really not that bad. I feel like you're giving it way too much.
It's a crab.
Stick. Yeah, Nyx is a bug. Crabs are kind of crustacean-like. It fits the underwater theme.
No, I mean that's true. It does fit the underwater theme. But...
I kind of like it. I think you're being too mean.
No, I don't think so. You can't tell me I'm being mean when I'm the king of cosmetics, bro.
Are you?
How many is this the BZZ set for Pugna?
It is.
Part of it is.
Part of it. He's got a bit of gold on him.
Yeah, this looks like a little amalgamation of items here.
Yeah, he's got the... No, it's not.
Oh, here's really one item that's BZZ. Yeah, one of them
does
is.
He?
Yeah.
Oh, he does, yeah. I see it. He's got it on the arms.
I mean, that's the thing about the Pugna sets, right? You have to have at least one BZZ item, or else it's not real. Top lane, by the way.
I'm paying attention. Oh, nice little T ward. Goodbye. Be eating that bad boy up straight away.
But yeah, just to kind of piggyback off what I was saying, as we might see some more action here, they're actually just
done. Too mad. Wow. That is big. I like that straight off the bat. Febby eating tons of damage.
Oh, nice.
But he's not out of the woodwork just yet. Mason is there. There you have it. First blood. Maybe hype that up a little bit too much, but I don't give a hoot. I really don't care.
It's better to be overhyped than underhyped. That's my problem as a caster, is I'm underhyped all the time. This is how I cast like
They might actually get another kill here. Oh, Bobble does not have a stun. Never mind. The Tether's there. They're okay.
Have you ever seen one of my casts before, Bren?
Have I ever? Yeah, I cast with you.
I know, we cast once. That doesn't count. That was just like this situation where I'm your co-caster.
They might get a kill again.
Oh.
Onto Mason, laying him down. Don't have a slow available. Phoenix, I should say QO, not Phoenix. He wants it, but look at that. Last right click from Febby will get the kill. Bulba moves back in with the stun. Two-man location coming out. QO very low, forced to back off for the time being. He has a mango available to him. He could just eat that bad boy and get another stun available. They are not, you know, they're in a pretty decent position to try and get another kill because, I mean, this is the problem that we were talking about, right? Everyone's so weak. No HP pools at all on the side of DC.
Yeah, this is a weird tri-lane for sure. Obviously, Moon Meander's Chilling Touch is quite good, but it's not going to help Bulba at all because he's not going to be close enough to actually right-click. He's just here for a ranged stun. And in the meantime, you have a Sven Io, which is always super powerful because Sven always runs out of mana. He does have a mango, of course, but with Io there and the bottle already in tow, you have to expect these Stormhammers to be coming out quite often. And who's their third? Oh, yeah, the Elusive Earth Spirit. So the cool thing about this is I think Sven Io will probably be okay in a 2v3 in certain spurts, giving a little extra XP to Sven while the Earth Spirit roams around. And then on the other side, I'm pretty sure they could get a kill onto the Clinks, or especially AA, who's very, very slow.
They suffer from a lot of problems right now. I mean, he's picked up an early boots, Mumianda has, and he has a decent movement speed, but here's that problem. Kicked back. Mumianda, the stun comes out, is going to find itself onto him, but then again, Bulba answers back. The stun onto QO, forces him back for the time being. Mason laying in the damage. Won't find the kill because of the tether as well. Going to be keeping him nice and chipper for the time being, so going to be trading for the time being, not getting too much out of it.
And just seeing the damage from Chilling Touch is redonkulous.
Oh yeah,
for lack of a better word. Although there is no better word, so that is technically true.
Redonkulous is fantastic.
I agree.
You're just a beacon of knowledge.
Thank you. Is that a considered knowledge? Coining the, or saying a fake word?
You didn't coin it, mate. You didn't come up with it, did you? I mean,
you don't know that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
I mean, I was saying this 10 years ago, so I'm pretty sure that's before.
Urban you've lived a tragic life.
What do you mean? How's that tragic? Being alive 10 years ago is tragic?
Oh, God. I feel for you, Sunsan. I feel for you. I really do.
Jesus.
Yo, this mid lane is aggressive, though. I mean, MP, he's got his bottle now. He's got a Tango as well, so he's going to get healed up. But
top lane.
A lot of damage from Faker. Top lane. I'm wondering what's going on up there. Mumianda eating his right-click. Stun is out. Connects. One more will do it. But look at this Mason in the back. He finds the kill with the help of it. Now Mumianda, they want to turn this. QO does find one with the help of his team. The follow-up is there. That was like a ranged axe right there. Just flowing it straight into Mumianda. Gets him from range. And QO, he's happy. You know, pick up a double kill. Hasn't died. He's just free farming it up.
Well, I wouldn't call it free farm. He has only 8 last hits, but this is a lot of kills, right? He has 1 kill, 2 assists, so he's kind of making up for that. And now he's going to take a little bit of some ancient, or I call these ancients. It's the potato creep, of course. He's getting his vegetables, so he's going to be a nice, healthy boy one day.
Okay.
Dubu, though. Oop.
Oh, well. Stun comes out. Bulba, still level 2. He's so close to level 3, actually. He's very close to grabbing that one. That's going to be imperative in them getting something. But meanwhile, Faker on mid might be in trouble. I see the camera. It's moving top. What do you see with your golden eyes, Sunsun?
Are you watching? Stop looking at my camera. No, it's always one of those things with the camera when it's a try. I feel like anytime I move away, I'm just going to miss a kill. So
that's true.
But yeah, if you want to talk about the CS in the mid lane, that's an interesting thing because Death Prophet is dumpstering MP right
dominating.
now.
I mean, MP was really struggling multiple times. You know, he's getting brought down to a sliver of HP on numerous occasions. Can't get anything out of this. I mean, QO just happily farming. I mean, you had a go at me just a minute ago for calling it free farming, but I mean, he was pretty much just eating up heroes for breakfast.
He's free XPing. You can say that.
XPing. Yeah, that's fair. They want to go for this kill into Mason, though. He's invis, but they have the dust. Dubu finds it. The stun connects very easily. Still going to be rotating around, silencing them up. They're so weak, but the body block by DC, not quite good enough. I can hear you in the background right there. You're gachi-gasming all over the place, Suns fan. And what are you enjoying the most? I think it's Febby. This poor little IO, the tether, with the survival, the HP. He gets out alive. That is crazy. And QO is still there in the backline. Mumianda is gone. It's the double kill. Boba, he's trapped in between the creeps. He can't do anything. He has to run himself away. But now the rotation comes in. Mason, he comes in, but there's no detection. The Marana ulti, they are happily invisible. The Moonlight Shadow is going to save him.
Yep, somewhat recently picking up that level 6. Of course, he's a level behind the Death Prophet right now, but regardless, the Moonlight Shadow was probably the reason that Sven gets out alive, because I don't think Io could really help in that situation. Extremely low HP. But Immortals are just getting the better trades right now. Big time in this try-v-try.
Haste.
And even though the mid lane is getting dumpstered, it's still...
I mean, while we're focusing on like the tri-lane and the mid dumpster and whatnot, we haven't talked about the bottom lane at all, which is very interesting. So there's an off-lane Jakiro versus the Pugna.
Safe lane Jakiro.
That's a level advantage.
Off-lane Pugna.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the off-lane. He's kind of playing the 3, though, right?
That's true. Yes, yeah. It's what I said that the Pugna would be played, Baz. The position 3, the off-lane.
You did it. You called it.
I called it, and you doubted me.
I always doubt you, to be fair.
You shouldn't. I'm very knowledgeable. I know many things. Not necessarily to do with Dota, but I know many things.
Well, that's not going to help you in this game.
Top. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, Mason. He's down. QO, another kill. He's eating these heroes for breakfast. And there's a stun on top. Moon Meander, he will be falling here. They are happy with this. A double kill. QO is mental. This guy is crazy. He is hitting so many kills right now. 5 kills, 2 assists. Doesn't even need the last hits, but he's still hitting up a very respectable 33. I mean, look at the items he's got online. Already got this Morbid Mask. Going to be working towards that Mask of Madness, most likely.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Most definitely.
I mean, the cool thing about the new Mask of Madness, obviously, it sucks that you're silenced, but the old one, you take, like, amplified damage, right? Now that you just lose armor, in addition to being silenced, of course, but now that you just lose armor, not a big deal as long as you hit that war cry. You lose, like, a quarter of it or whatever the case may be, so it's pretty nice.
Dubu has rotated bottom. It feels like they want to get this kill on the Pugner, but he's 400 movement speed. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this. You have to get very lucky, try and find anything. And meanwhile, while all this is going on, we also see a rotation from Bulba, who's coming in down below. So they try and make something happen with Dubu here. It could work out against them, but they're going to get spotted potentially. Is the vision there? Not quite. Dubu wants to go for this kill, and like I said, could work out against them. The silence comes out, the 2-man stun. Bulba is there. Mana break onto him. TP not good enough. Young Mojo, what a name, by the way. He will fall, and MP picks up the double kill. Much needed.
I love the team fights where you just compliment their name in the middle of it. That's my favorite.
Top lane, Mumianda. He's eating the damage. QO, unstoppable. Still not dead, by the way. 6 kills.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Sven's wet dream, right?
Yeah. I was talking about how I've seen some games recently where Sven gets off to a terrible start and then ends up finding it eventually anyway, but this is the other side of the story where Sven is off to an amazing start, which means he's going to lose this game, right? I think that's what it means. But as far as that bottom lane engagement, that's one of those instances where I think a couple of abilities ended up being missed, but Jakiro is just so much tankier than you think. Like, you're like,
that's true.
It's an intelligence hero. You know, he has 2 heads, sure, but basically anybody with 2 heads in this game, him and Ogre Magi, they are ridiculously tanky.
Yeah, 1k HP. 1.1k HP now that he's picked up the... no, the 4-star doesn't give you any stats. Silly me, I'm thinking of the Hurricane Pike, but... I mean, meanwhile, Dubu is getting ran down here. Faker wants to try and go for this kill. The stun is going to connect onto 2 of them. That will mean that they can't quite collect that kill that they were looking for. But no, you are completely correct. That's an insane amount of HP for Jakiro there. You can see why he has the potential to be played in multiple lanes here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's super popular right now, but I've been a fan of that for a long time. Like back in TI6 when Weehaw was playing, I think he only played 1 game with the Jakiro mid, and I think we lost, but I know he's a big fan of that hero in the mid in general. So just seeing him in a core lane or a core role that is not a support is beautiful to see. Just want to say Dubu has been doing an amazing job on this Earth Spirit. He's been getting like the best silences possible on the counter initiate for Bulba's Nyx assassin. Like Nyx has not been able to even spike carapace before these stuns come out.
Oh, rotation. Mason is going to be met. Now moving out of the dust is popped out. So much damage out of stun onto the back lines. And Mason, he's stuck. He's in trouble. It's the double right now for Immortals. They are finding so many kills off the back of this one. The rotations, and I mean, you were bigging up Dubu, rightfully so. A kill entirely set up by him, gets off the 2-man stun. Really impressive stuff.
Yep. They are doing everything correctly right now, and not going to stop here. Sven, God's strength about to end, but they've dealt a lot of damage to Tier 2 top. So we'll see if they can actually finish this off. It looks like it's going to be the case. Wow. At 11 minutes, you have a Tier 1 and Tier 2 top. You don't see that very often.
I mean, I think that tells you the state of this game, the way it's been going. Because, I mean, if we take a look at the net worth right now, you got obviously no surprises there. QO sitting on almost 6k, 11 minutes into this game. You know, towers are falling all over the place. Young Mojo did manage to get the bottom tower with the help of his team. They have immediately gone into a smoke rotation as well. So they're going to be looking to go onto mid. You can see them drawing on the map right now, starting to get those movements online. They are hunting. They're looking, they're squirming. I don't know why I use that adjective, but
squirming, oh Lord, please.
All over the place. Searching for it. I mean, look at this. The Crevice force out forward. Stun is going to connect, and a lot of damage. The burst coming out from that is going to be able to find that kill, but still, look at this now. The Moonlight Shadow by MP. He is super quick as well. He is out of there. Running himself away, but he wants more. There's 4 of them here on the mid. They have backed out. They were scared from that Moonlight Shadow, actually. They had no idea where QO was.
Oh, Moon Meander gets caught off guard. He's pretty
Will he
fast.
fall here? Wand?
Okay.
No, not good enough.
If this costs Miranda her life, this is going to be real bad.
At all.
Okay,
But the relocate, the save. Do they have any detection coming out here to try and go back onto Mason? I don't know. Faker, however, he's in the back lines. The TP comes in from Boba as well. And they're going to be finding one onto Dubu. MP not quite going to be able to find his way out of there. And in fact, they're all pretty chipper. Dubu, the only one who fell in that engagement.
Top lane, by the way. Fortifications popped.
Wow.
Phoenix, or Kyo, yeah, I said the same thing. Kyo ends up feeling a little bit of damage there in the top lane. So, yeah. I would keep wanting to say MVP Phoenix, but Immortals are doing, again, just an amazing job this game. And Jakiro, what's he going for? He has a Force Staff going for a Hood now. Make him even tankier. Pretty standard build overall for a core Jakiro. Hood has been like super popular on almost every hero now. I would expect that to be nerfed actually in the next patch. I'd be surprised if it's not. But QO now with the Blink Dagger, Mask of Madness. And he will be going towards a BKB next. And one thing I want to talk about is the Mirana goes to Dragonless. So ever since this Aghanim Scepter was nerfed for Mirana, a lot of people thought that she would just drop off completely. But instead, it's like, oh, wait, she actually has really good agility gain. She deals a lot of damage. And if you just build her a little bit differently, do not get Ags. Because apparently Ags are just garbage now.
Yeah.
You will own the game. And we're seeing that right now. Going to be going for a Maelstrom.
I wouldn't say it's
probably
garbage. I'd say it's situational.
So I said the same thing, but then Brax told me I was completely wrong, and that is garbage. So I'm just quoting him.
Volba gets spotted. They knew he was there from the way it worked. Vendetted up, but they got another dust to just really focus him down. And Immortals, they find another kill off the back of it. Already this 4K gold lead pretty early on, 14 minutes into the game. Looking like the stronger team. And I mean, I said it before the draft even started. I much preferred their draft. You know, DC, as much as they picked the Death Prophet to have a bit more tankiness, a bit of a frontliner with the Exorcism popped off, I just couldn't really foresee how it was going to work. And a lot of it was make or break whether or not QO really got ahead as the Sven. And he has in spades, so he's
oh my god, that's styling. What?
The fadeaway stun, that is crazy. Oh, Faker might try and basically heal himself up. He trades the kill. Okay, wants to turn it around. Gonna get the Magnetize popped off onto him. Now Dubu has to get the heck out of there. However, Forever, Mason will fall because of the Macro Pyre. Overwhelming damage going to be laid into that guy. But they want to escape. They want nothing to do with this fight. The gank, it's gone badly. It's gone tremendously badly. And MP, if he didn't have that haste rune, he would have been in a sticky situation. Thankfully, he's going to get out alive.
I'm surprised that was just a 1-for-1. Where did Clinks die? Was that? Did I catch it? I can't
remember. The
Macro
Pyre, it was below the ward spot. Yeah.
So that was almost a really good fight for DC actually, because Death Prophet, again, that's kind of I was talking about how tanky the Jakiro is, but Death Prophet, she can be ridiculously low. She has a Solar Crest right now, so pretty tanky. In addition, the Spirit Siphon is what kept her alive, despite the ridiculous stun from Dubu. That was sick.
The one thing we haven't talked about is the amount of building push capabilities that DC have with the Decrepify, and kills are happening, stuns are coming out. Faker though, they're fighting under an exorcism. That's a questionable scenario if you ask me, and already the tower's going to go down just from the passive exorcism, but look at the damage. Young Mojo forced into the corner, has to back off for the time being, stunned up. Faker eating so much damage, the heals trying to come out, Ice Power for the time being. Double kill for Faker now. He's turning up. He's got healed up because of the exorcism. It's going to be the triple. Give him the ultra. Surely he deserves it. They're trying to go for this kill now, trying to run them down. They realize it is going to be futile and back off for the time being.
Yeah, Immortals maybe a little bit too confident there. They could have probably just waited for the Death Prophet ult since that tower was definitely dead. And you're right, they do have a lot of tower pushing capability for DC because Clinks can just do it anytime he wants. Kind of a split pusher of sorts, if you will. Death Prophet, it pretty reliant on the ultimate being up, but obviously once it is, she's ridiculous. Obviously still a really good lane pusher regardless. And then there's Pugna, who is, I want to say, probably the best pusher, like pure tower pusher in the game, because he can just do it from siege, absolutely nothing to worry about whatsoever.
Never Blast is an ability. It really is. It's kind of nuts.
It is an ability. That's good.
It's an ability in the game. That's the depth of my real knowledge. But the Ice Blast connects. Boom! Straight up. Hits him down. Dubu. He's down and out. Young Mojo finds that kill. And it was a Roshan attempt that was being attempted here, but the Moonlight Shadow is committed. DC forced to really just group up for the time being. Don't want to get caught off guard. And everyone goes to farming.
Yeah, the one thing if you're Immortals that you do not want to do is give up silly kills like that. Because that's how DC gets back in the game. They have very good overall pick-off potential with their heroes, especially with like a Clinks and then a Nyx Assassin giving the vision. So it's not like the easiest thing to avoid getting killed, but perhaps QO just really needs this BKB. Then they'll feel super confident jumping in. He can pretty much not have to worry about anybody damaging him other than the Clinks. But again, Clinks, he's going for a diffusal right now, by the way. So I was going to say the Warcry kind of mitigates a lot of that damage coming out right now since Clinks isn't dealing that much at the moment. So we'll see.
It's top tier 1. I mean, they've used the glyph for it again. The relocating to the back lines here. Febby. He actually relocated from that lane, got back into it. They didn't realize he was there and just TP'd away. Nobody got vision into him until the very end.
What a beast.
But they end up taking a tier 1. Meanwhile, mid tier 2 is going to be pressured down quite heavily here. Forev is trying to go for it with that liquid fire. Forev lays down the ice pass. The ice blast, however, is going to be connecting onto him. Done by Dubu, though, will keep Mason off his back for the time being, but he still might be in the danger zone. We can see the rotations coming out already from them. Stun. The silence is almost perfect onto Mumian. They're going to be keeping him away for the time being. Forev desperately trying to get out of there, but he's slowed. Mason is on his tail. Negative armor, so weak, will not survive. He goes down.
Yeah, and DC, slowly but surely, they're picking up these kills. Of course, there is the factor of Jakiro slowly taking down every one of your towers thanks to the liquid fire. But again, like we talked about, DC has better push. So if they're able to get these pickoffs and this man advantage, then they can definitely take advantage of actually taking more objectives. So if you're Immortals, again, I'm guessing they're waiting for this BKB, and I can't blame them for that. That essentially means QO is invulnerable for that 10-second period for that first cast. And MP, on the other hand, he's the one that's dealing a lot of the physical damage as well. Has the Maelstrom, will be going towards a BKB, but that won't be for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you get into a position where they want to be going onto the mid lane here. Bulba might be in a bit of trouble here. So much overwhelming burst. And they do find the kill, but Young Mojo answers back. Going to be sucking him to death, really just giving him the old sucky as they call it in the industry. And right now, meanwhile,
which industry is that?
We can't talk about that on stream. PG-13. Come on, it's family friendly. But
no, PG-13 these days, that's probably included.
Oh, you can get away with a lot, right? You can get away with a lot. But I don't think this is the time nor the place to talk about any sort of
Let's see what the chat
sucky
thinks.
sucky.
Maybe we should be talking about this a little bit more.
We'll wait until 2 minutes and then we'll finally see.
Yeah, but Mason right now, okay, he still hasn't finished the diffusal. So once that comes online, he can get solo kills on pretty much anybody but Mirana and the Sven. And then with an addition of like a Nyx Assassin getting a stun off, he can get pretty much anybody, I want to say. Not including like
stack.
A relocate. Yeah, I was watching this stack, don't worry. But BKB is now online for QO, so we'll see if they want to take advantage of this or not.
I feel like this is the go time, isn't it? Realistically, when you've got 10 seconds of basically invulnerability when QO's ulting, very difficult to bring him down, especially with God's strength being, giving him the strength bonus. Meanwhile, a lot of stuff kicking off here on the mid. I mean, Dubu, 4-staff back, but they jump on him, deleted! QO, he's got the BKB, he wants to go for these kills. Now the exorcism being used by Faker, he's healed up and he's ready to go. The man is on an absolute rampage. A double kill, not quite a rampage, because that's actually technically 5 kills. But regardless, he's going absolutely crazy, and they are finding kills all over the place. The burst damage, godlike spree for Faker. And it's going to be 3 apiece. They want to go for more here. Faker's got the Shivas. Doesn't quite connect here onto QO. QO might just be out. Indeed, he is. And Faker's like, follow me, guys. Come on, I want to get some kills. But they are going to have to back off for the time being. And that Blink Dagger pickup for QO helping him out there.
Yeah, and that, again, that's a good fight for DC, though. So the past 3 engagements that they've had, they have come out on top. And that's worrisome for Immortals since they had such a good lead in the beginning of the game. Now, looking at Sven, he popped his BKB. He took out 1 hero, but then Death Prophet was the next on his list. You just can't do anything unless you lock her down because Spirit Siphon's just going to keep her too healthy. And you saw that once that BKB was already half duration, he just had to run away. But the biggest caveat of playing Sven is, of course, the way to actually counter him is to just kite him. And the DC spacing was really, really good to make sure that they weren't, like after the initial initiation, that they weren't getting cleaved down.
Oh, they are going to slowly try and chip away at Roshan, bringing him down to half HP. I don't know if DC are any wise to this. Going to send out the Ice Blast. They are going to know and going to connect onto a few of them. Regen Rune is up as well. That's going to be handy for whoever chooses to pick that bad boy up. But Roshan will be falling.
You're a little robot-y right now.
Most likely going to be going to QO here. No. Oh, MP wants to be the recipient of it.
Can you hear me, Brent? Hello.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm currently tethering off my mobile phone.
I know, this is the first time it's happened.
I can hear you.
Have you gone over your data plan?
I can hear you. Feel free to talk and interject. No, that wouldn't lock me out as well.
Alright, well, you are responding like 10 seconds after the fact, so this is going to be a really fun cast.
Let me check.
Appreciate you joining me, Brent.
Listen. I might be seconds after.
I think you're fine now. I think you're fine now. Call this fight, Brent, quick!
I'm casting it. These Suns fan, don't beat me again, Daddy. Come on, the Suns coming into the back. QO, he's absolutely destroying. Moon Meander gets sliced up, 2 hits. That's all it takes. And now he's going for more. BKB finally going to get popped up, but Faker, he's chasing him down. He's going to be trying to suck him down as well. With the Exorcism, putting in so much work into him. QO is in a dangerous scenario. Has to run his little wee legs out of there. But is it going to be enough? Mason, the right clicks. He needs one more. Is it going to be done? It is. He finds it. A superior team fight for DC. And MP, he's not out of the hot seat just yet. He's going to be trying to find it. The mana burn comes out. Faker trying to run him down, silenced away, but the 4-star from Forev will bring him back to safety.
Another fight for DC that is kind of... It feels like these fights are super split up, and I don't know if that's by design, but it's definitely working out to their... I just assume it is, since they are pro players, after all. But if the fight is spread out, that definitely favors DC.
Yeah.
Immortals, they have good team fight. I would say better team fight than DC overall. Like the Exorcism is kind of like the only thing other than Ice Blast for DC. A lot of it's kind of single target. Mason trying to right click people down. You're seeing the defusal used there. He used 2 charges, one of which was to take off the Warcry of Sven and finish him off. Sven, like we talked about how he had such a good start. It feels like his impact right now is not where he wants to be. He's getting kited. Anytime he's next to this Death Prophet, it just feels like the Spirit Siphon's going off. He's getting silenced. He's getting ultied, like the Exorcism just going through the BKB, obviously, so not a whole lot he can do.
Kind of crazy the amount they're kiting him here. They're really playing incredibly well around it because they recognize that QO is the biggest threat on the team. Yes, other members of Immortals have a lot of burst damage and capabilities. You know, you got Forev with the stuns. MP has a lot of magic nuke damage as much as he's building him into a right-click carry. But that's the danger, you know. You kite out QO, who you've put all these resources on. In fact, they're going to be building the Daedalus as his next item. You know, they were waiting for this BKB, and you know we're down to 8 seconds now on that bad boy, and it's really not just getting the job done mainly because of the positioning of DC. It's been really fantastic throughout these fights.
Yeah, and if they had if Immortals had a little bit more right-click damage, perhaps they'd be doing a little bit better. Mirana is not quite there yet, and she has to go for this defensive BKB first. If she's able to get level 20, that's an extra 50 damage. That's going to make quite a bit of a difference. But I feel like she does not come... I don't want to say she's... It's not like she's useless or anything. She's definitely being... she's definitely doing very well. But once you get the item after BKB, that is when she actually starts hurting a lot.
Okay.
And that at that point, maybe the fights turn a bit. But I think DC are kind of in the driver's seat right now. Despite this being a 1K net worth for Immortals, it just feels like the flow is in DC's favor right now.
Right, well...
But it's still a very even game. This is like the most even game I've cast of this entire qualifier in general, just because every CIS game, they were entertaining, but not a lot of them were that close. You know, VP won every single game. So
yeah. The struggle, but right now you've got a clash of 2 titans of the North American region right now, and they are basically just rotating around as 5-man squads. We might see a smoke attempt now. They all seem to be rotating up to the high ground to try and go for this one. DC look to be in a good position for it. I mean, Moon Meander's holding on to this smoke. They might not even need it. The scan is used here by the Radiant. They are going to be looking for... I mean, Immortals end up using the scan on top of themselves, I believe, as they were running towards it. But
yeah, I think they must not had a vision, and they thought Nyx might be there, I guess.
Right, yeah. Macro player as well, laying that down. Clear out these creep waves, keep pushing in the top lane, just rotating these players, and that's going to force the positioning of DC to be a bit more passive. But as you can see, now they've got some movement around the map. You know, Bulba and Mason. They got both those got those, the Vendetta, and also the Skeleton Walk, just to scout themselves around the map. They've got a lot of mobility on the back of it as well, and that's really what DC are playing for right now. And Febby, oh no, Febby, is he in trouble here? Oh, stun comes out. Ice Blast. Did it just? Is it on the?
No.
Oh, it doesn't connect. Oh, he missed.
I don't know who you flame there. Do you flame the AA or Bulba?
Oh, I'd flame both.
Yeah, when in doubt, you flame Bulba, actually. Never mind. What am I thinking? Faker.
If that was me,
Wait,
I'd be screaming.
Who is Death Prophet? Let's see.
Faker?
I don't remember this lineup. That's not him, though. I mean, Faker's like a League player, isn't he? Who are we missing
he is.
Here?
Who is he? I keep calling him Faker.
This Abed, of course.
No, he's Faker now.
Okay.
He's the Faker of Dota.
He kind of is. Nah, maybe not.
Nah, I mean, is he? Who knows? Kills are happening, though. I mean, you're going to see the Ice Blast being used here. BKB was used as well by MP, and he got nothing from it. I think that was a fresh BKB. So, yeah, down to 9 seconds now. That hurts. That hurts.
It does. His next item will be the Diffusal Blade. That's going to be a huge help. Be able to take out Pugna pretty much no problem. But the real issue is this Death Prophet. Like, how do you kill this wench? You know, she has Shiva. She's super tanky. She's going to be going for.
Whoa.
She's going to be going for a Octarine and 200 gold.
Man.
Yeah, what's wrong
Where
with
did that come from? What did Death Prophet do to you?
Look at her.
I didn't realize I was casting with a misogynist over here.
Does that make me a misogynist? I don't think so.
Wench! You can't just go around calling people wenches.
Oh, whatever, dude. Like, she kind of looks like one. Well, she is dead, so I don't think she gets hurt feelings by me calling her wench.
Here I am casting with this guy from the 17th century over here.
That's why I use it, because any of that really old lingo that, I just think of like a blacksmith and his wife is a wench kind of thing. I just find it hilarious to think about. Moon Meander, level 8 here on the side of the trees, trying to get up a good ult if they ever get into an engagement here. Or he could just TP out to safety.
Boy, he is really underleveled. Oh my goodness, I haven't even noticed it.
Like when I first heard about Moon Meander being the 5, I'm like, has he ever done that before? It's not exactly the easiest transition, So only time will tell how that works out.
Relocate down to the bottom lane. I think they spotted Mason, but he, Skeleton Walk, he's out of there very rapidly. Not going to be giving them any openings. And top is getting pinged rapidly. You can tell these players, they want to contest. They want to fight this up. Forbes ready to push it down.
Ult too.
Here it comes.
It's coming.
It's coming anytime now.
Boom! It hit one. Yes!
Completely. No, it missed. 3. QO got hit by it as well, but it wasn't the blast didn't hit. They just got hit by the debris,
The debris.
Fade away.
I like that.
So, meanwhile, towers are being pushed down. I mean, this mid-tier 2 is very close to going down. What I need to do is tickle it a little bit, and it should be falling.
Yeah, he definitely could have gotten away with another Nether Blast and just TP'd out, but obviously pretty afraid. Not sure if they even saw the IOU's relocate on the bot lane, but that's something you always have to be aware of.
No, the creep wave was there. They saw it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Thanks for correcting me.
No problem.
Really appreciate
Anytime. Happy to do so.
Well, right now, looking at the Pugna here, going towards an Aghanim Scepter, which makes this hero probably twice as good, maybe even more than that, because a lot of his utility in fights is just dealing damage with his ult, which he can just do constantly, and he can heal up his teammates. Of course, you are going up. Oh, I'm sorry, the AA is on his team. I was going to say you're countered, but you're not.
No, that's the beauty of the AA pick. But Smokes,
here we go.
QO, he pops the God Strength. He wants to go in on Faker. The stun is there, but he's fighting underneath the shrine. Is it going to be good enough? Overwhelming damage. Deletes him from the game. Mason has to skedaddle out of there. Boys, he's going to be in a troubling scenario. And Young Mojo, I don't even want to think about what they're going to be doing with him, because it's going to be the double kill for MP. And oh boy, Bulba, he's scouting. He's running his little wee crustacean legs out of there, but oh god.
That goddamn crab.
Really
this is big though. Mason just bought a BKB, will not have buyback. He has literally 15 gold. If they can kill him, they can do a lot of structural damage. More so than they're doing now.
Tower's destroyed. It's gone. It's melted. I mean, and look, he just destroys the waves when they come through. They're going to be going onto the back lines here. Threv heals himself up. Going to be safe for the time being, but not good enough. Now the Ice Blast, again, does not connect onto any targets. Kyo happy to just whack this down. He wants this melee barracks, and he wants it now, but the Cold Feet going to be hexing him up. He's currently standing there. Currently still, but what a relocate.
No,
saving him.
He died. He died.
He died?
He died
the ice,
the
was it the ice
millisecond.
blast?
Was it to the
I
ice
don't
blast?
believe it.
No, it was to the
Oh,
impale. Yeah.
Right, listen, Febby's going for the... he tried to do it.
Get it, Febby. Get it. Oh.
What is wrong with you?
What?
You can't just do that mid-cast.
Oh. Why not?
Whose voice is that?
I don't know. Why does everybody ask me who's... It's not like I'm imitating. It's just one of my personalities.
That's one of your
personality
personalities where Febby's just... You're just really cheering on Febby.
Yeah.
You're loving it? All right.
If Io had a voice, maybe that's how... Hey! I'm Io!
Hey!
Oh, this is pretty big, though. DC's going to get an Aegis out of this.
No, keep
Probably
doing
put it
voices.
on
That's
Clink.
more important.
Oh! I'm Roshan. Oh, no.
God, you killed me. Jesus.
Roshan is just going through puberty. That is his second death, I want to say. Yeah. So it's not until his third that he starts really hitting adolescence and young adulthood. So.
Oh God.
Then you'll hear a deeper voice from Roshan.
Jesus Christ, get me out of here. Well. All right, but Faker. Oh God, Abed has picked up the Aegis here.
Oh, that's a terrible choice. Okay, I'm gonna flame. I know these are
and
pro
he's got
players.
The cheese.
Oh, that's fine. I think cheese is way better on Death Prophet than Aegis.
Yeah. So I mean, he just wants all of it.
Aegis on Clinks, who doesn't have enough for buy. I guess he will soon, but is way. But it's still Aegis is way better on Clinks. That means you can't use you're not getting your charges back on Spirit Siphon if you've used them before Aegis. You're not getting your ult back if you've used it. So.
I mean,
it's not like you can do that much. Yeah.
You don't need to worry about it. He's got both.
It's just one of my pet peeves when people pick up like the Aegis on heroes that suck with the Aegis. Like
they've actually managed to catch out Bulba here. Damage is again going to be far too much. He can't escape out of that one, and they find a kill. 50 seconds, does not have buyback, and DC's push attempt dead in the water. They have to immediately get the heck out of there, and they're out.
Oh wow! So Pugna ends up going for a Force Staff, emergency Force Staff. I would call that. To be able to,
Ags.
Yeah, instead of the Ags, which means he's not going to deal nearly as much damage in these fights. But Force Staff, obviously one of the best items in the game, so can't really blame her for that. I mean, that's another kiting mechanism, if you will, against the Sven, who
I actually much prefer it over the Ags.
How dare you?
To be honest, I really do. As much as the Ags would be fun to see, like Force Staff makes so much more sense against the Sven, and they're already doing a decent job of kiting him, but it's just that one added bit of utility that you can just. I'm
not going to sit here and say that it's a bad pickup, but I will defend Ags to the death because, remember, something you don't get to see that often is the Pugna healing his teammates because you only have one use out of it until you get Ags.
They have found Dubu, surely. Silence. No way is he getting out of this one, and there you have it. Damage. Bringing down Dubu. They change him up, but I was about to say, you would like the Ags, wouldn't you? Long phallic objects. You're a big fan of that.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Sure. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
You got a problem with that, Brent?
No, each to their own.
Good. I really like these phallic objects, not gonna lie. I mean,
QO
carrying that giant sword. This is like the phallic symbol of Dota in general. Is just
what, the
Sven
big giant sword?
No, just Sven, because he has like the biggest weapon all the time.
Overcompensating or something.
Oh, he's definitely overcompensating. That guy, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any genitalia.
He's half mermaid, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
What is under that plate mail?
So here's the thing, right? Slacks makes great lore series. They're very, very entertaining. But the thing that we really need to know is like personal details, like rumor type stuff.
What, genitalia of the heroes?
Yeah, I want to know what Sven's packing. Like, I genuinely, I don't know how to feel about playing him. I'd like to know whether he's a male, if he maybe is a female, or something in between.
You can literally just go to any Rule 34 website for Dota, and you can find out, my man. I mean, the internet is a big, wide place. You've got plenty of options. You don't have to ask Slacks to draw you your fan fiction, okay?
Yeah, but he's just so much more creative than me, dude. You know him. He's fucked up in the head. He's real fucked up. Like, something's wrong with that guy, and that's why I love him.
I agree with that. He is a one-of-a-kind, a unique individual, definitely.
Oh, Bulba. So Bulba with the Blink Force Staff right now, and going for a Yules on top of that. That's gonna be huge if he gets that, because he's been getting silenced so often, like we've talked about. So that will allow him the opportunity to at least get a spell off. Normally, I'd love to see an Ags, of course, since we've already talked about how much I love Ags. But
you love it.
Ags on Nyx is insane, but I think this is definitely the right choice. You need the mobility. You need the Like, it was either comes down to Lotus Orb or the Yules to be able to take off Silence. So definitely probably the right choice. But if it gets down to it, you know, Nyx with that Ags is pretty hard to deal with.
Oh yeah, he is. He's like a siege machine, isn't he? You know, you chunk yourself down, you turn into a tank, and just slam out those long range stuns. And I mean, it's great for high ground defenses, but also just trying to assault the high ground yourself. It's pretty good. Oh, that glyph. They're going for this tonight. Look at this. Oh, nice. Well timed.
Just smothered their own middle tower.
So Diffusal Blade, I don't know how long ago he's had, or how long he's had this MP, but it is fully charged still and has 2,300 gold to boot. We'll be going for a Mjolnir. Probably wants to save for the buyback though. Definitely the right choice, as they're going to smoke up now. So this will be a pretty big fight, because remember, as long as they're somewhat close to the base, if they take out a couple heroes and Sven still has his god strength, they will decimate. And we've already seen that. They took out the top racks the exact same way.
The sky.
Yeah, Moon.
They see Moon.
It's like, I need level 13, please. Okay, I'm good.
Are they going to be able to get him, though? He is already out of there. He realizes he's in the danger zone. There's no way they're catching up to this guy. In fact, they've got nothing out of that. It was a cutesy play. Cutesy smoke attempt.
That was actually bad luck. I guarantee he's just waiting for that level 13. That's the only reason he ran away. He didn't know they were coming.
Right, you need to stop talking down these pro players, please, Suns fan. It's really ruining my immersion.
How dare you?
Okay.
I'm not one of those guys that holds back, you know.
No, you need to hold back all the time.
I'm one of the few people that can get away with that, just because, you know, I've had a team before. You know, these guys know that I'm not like flaming them, and obviously they know better than me in general.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to hold back, but oh boy, here we have it. Dubu moves in, and a bit unconventional. He misses the stun, eating a ton of damage. The Ice Path to try and secure that out, but Bulba with the mana burn will bring him down. Now Kuro wants to move into the fray, deleting him from the map. Now they'll be going on to Mason. Mason using that BKB, trying to run himself down, but now Faker's in the back line. I should say Abed using a lot of visibility, trying to kite them down. So many stuns and relocate away. We'll be saving Kuro for the time being.
Now's the time for diplomacy.
Yeah, that was a really unorthodox initiation from Dubu. He just missed all his spells. And when that happens, you don't really, like, they don't have much initiation other than the Sven. You don't really want Sven jumping in by himself, because in that instance, you don't really have vision of where the rest of the heroes are. So, could have been worse for both teams, honestly. It's a 1-for-1, support for support, so kind of a wash.
Yeah, I mean, it's really been shown that Abed is a real problem right now for the Immortals lineup. Now, as much as they have this big gold lead, and the Aegis expired, or it went down on Faker, I don't know, I'm not really paying attention to this game, but the cheese is in his inventory, and he has it available. I mean, he's a real problem. Very tanky. You can't really deal with him too well. And DC, they're just playing the long con. They're just waiting, grouping up, waiting to make this game go to the long term here, really, and farm up as much as they possibly can. I mean, Faker, or Abed, I should say. Oh God Almighty! I wish he'd changed his name, but he almost has the level 25. I mean, he's one level away from it. What talent do you like on the Death Prophet for 25? What would you pick?
They're both good. They're both good.
That's the cop-out answer.
Well, I don't know what people usually get. I'd get the Exorcism, but that's because I'm greedy. Depends on how much he's dying, I guess. Like,
well, he's not dying at all. 600
HP is pretty redonk. So yeah, this game I'd probably go Spirit, because you saw the one time he died, he was just caught off in a bad position, and Sven got a really good initiation. So you're kind of going to die no matter what, even if you have 800 or 600 more HP.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's sitting with this Octarine Core and with an Arcane Rune. He's got a 76-second cooldown Exorcism, which is kind of crazy. In fact, they want to try and fight right now. They're getting the Atos out. The Force Staff will force them away for the time being. Kyo again leaps into it. He's already picked up one kill. He's looking for more for the time being, getting kited back. This is going to be laid down. Faker now going to be using this Exorcism just on the cusp of it, but already the cleave damage, destroying the backlines. Bulba gets obliterated, but not before Abed answers back. The half of his team running down for it. Force Staff down to the low ground. Heals as well, going to be helping him out for the time being. Now he's going to be trying to suck away these players to the bitter end. Dubudo
they can't kill
controlling him up. 1v4. Faker, can they bring on this raid boss of a being? Still has the cheese, might I remind you, but no, decides to just eventually TP out.
Oh my god, he is so lucky that creep did not stun him.
That was so close.
I think it might have been mid-animation. But I mean, the good news for them is the arcane rune was still applied literally a second left before he could actually get his ult off.
Right.
So it's up in 30 seconds. Not a huge lot, but they obviously lost that fight pretty heavily. So Sven, I would have to look again. I think what might have, I don't know what killed him. I'd have to go back, but he cleaved Bulba down in 2 hits. Didn't even know he was there. That's the most hilarious part.
DD room for MP.
Aegis going the way of Immortals, probably.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The Ice Blast, I mean, I don't really know where he's gone with these, but they are not on the mark of the Roche Pit, that's for sure. And this will be a Roshan that's going to be falling very rapidly. And that's a cheese as well available to them. Now, they want to be trying to contest this. Faker's moving in. Oi, 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 oi. What is happening here? The buyback almost immediately. DC, they're losing so many players now. Bulba ends up falling once again. DC have to back out.
Yep, Earth Spirit buys back. DC needs to retreat, for sure. Oh, nice silence, though.
Looking for more. Silence onto the Mumianda. He is spotted. Ice Blast will find its way onto MP, but it's going to be the double kill. Now Young Mojo wants to get that sucky on. Once again, looking for that damage, and look at that Never Blast destroying him. MP pops off the Aegis, but Mason, he's eating so much damage right now in this Macropire. Has to back out of there. And still Immortals, currently very alive and healthy. Going to be pushing in this mid-tier 3 now. Trying to pressure them a little bit.
Dire structures are fortified.
And the IO picks up a Ghost Scepter, by the way. That kept him alive in that fight. Only 6 Diffusal charges left on Mason, so that's something to definitely keep in mind, because that means Warcry is going to stay on Sven even after BKB. That means Ghost Scepter is going to keep the IO alive in those instances where he's getting chased down by Clinks. And that's another kind of way to kind of kite the Clinks, right? It's in a way the same type of deal with Sven, or just a different form, I guess you could call it. But Forev, level 23, I am very excited for him at 25 because that Ice Path becomes filthy disgusting.
Yeah, the stun duration on top of it.
Yeah, I think that's
pretty crazy.
It's not even underrated, but it just based on how it looks, like the first time I looked at it, I was like, all right, that's pretty good. It's probably one of the top 10 talents in the game. It is so freaking good. 3.75 second stun is what it would become.
Yeah, that's kind of, and especially because of the radius it covers on AoE stun.
Yeah, exactly.
That is absolutely mental. And speaking of mental, QO, he's unleashed the God's Wrath. Mason forced to use the BKB. He's going to be eating up the cheese by the time it got passed to him. He's going to get healed up for now. Young Mojo also in the background. Going to be trying to suck up as many members of the team as he possibly can. But Mason now in so much pain, so much world of hurt. QO happily just slicing and dicing his way through the opposition. MP with the double kill. Now Faker using that exorcism as well as the BKB. Wants to try and run down these players. Remember, he's got that Octarine core. Incredibly difficult to bring down, and he finds the kill. Will Dubu be next? So much damage. The Ice Path now keeping him locked up. Faker so close to being brought down. They need as much damage as they possibly can get, and MP finds it. The right clicks doing enough damage, and Young Mojo will not stand a chance.
These fights are
crazy,
players
dude.
Down. They are killing like 3 of DC immediately, and it turns into a 2v5 that lasts for that long. And DP is able to take out the second highest net worth player in the game, probably the highest at the point when he died, but they still lose this fight. It's just too much. Like, MP is dealing a lot of damage. It has a 50 damage talent, has the Diffusal Mjolnir finished, BKB along with Hurricane Pike, a lot of mobility as well. And this is looking like the GG's. Even if Death Prophet buys back, he has no exorcism.
Buyback coming in as well. MP might actually fall in. Indeed he does. Great kill. DC turning this one around. The Tether. Febby desperately trying to get out of there, but Faker, he blinks forward. He has that Shiva as well, just to catch him, but the relocate is there. And oh boy.
And that is why I am not an analyst.
Dire's middle tower is drowned.
It looks like GG. Not quite. Oh my. Blink Dagger on Febby. He's gone.
Dire's middle tower is under
Did he just buy that?
He might have, yeah. I'm going to go with yes because I don't know. And when in doubt, you just say yes.
Yeah,
hope nobody really picks you up on your bullshit.
I've seen the old buy the Blink Dagger, use it to get away, and then just sell it for full value. Those are always hilarious.
He's keeping it. He does not want to get rid of that.
It's definitely good. I would argue Force Staff might be better, but who am I to argue?
I mean, I think Blink Dagger is easily on the top 5 items in the game.
I would agree. And I think Force Staff might be higher.
3.
Well, Blink Dagger, so ever since they changed it to have no mana cost, it has really catapulted. It's actually an overpowered item, but it makes the game more exciting to watch and play. So
yeah,
For that reason alone, I have absolutely no problem with it. It is fucking insane.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, Dubu invis up. They're going to be moving in. QO stun, connects onto 2. Overwhelming cleave damage. Double kill. Finds it. Macroplier laid down. He wants a piece of Faker right now. Mr. Abed.
Oh my
However,
God.
he turns it around. The damage is far too much. Mason making absolute mincemeat out of him. Now Forev has to run back, but unfortunately you can't ice path against Abed when he has that BKB on him, and with this damage running into him. Nice force staff into it, but remember, he has that blink dagger, and it should be enough damage. Still, he's invis. He's away with the Moonlight Shadow, still looking for the opportunities. The Ghosts are chasing them down. He's still alive because of Febby with the tether.
This IO is such a beast.
Is he still out of this? Faker realizes, I mean, I bet he might. No, he's not getting it. He has to go. Oh, the door! The arrow from MP. It connects the stun. He's gone. What a kill. 20 seconds.
They know that he does not have buyback, and they know even if he did, he doesn't have ultimate, so this could be the end. We'll see. QO, God's Strength up in 18 seconds. Io doesn't really have a whole lot of mana, but relocates up in 4 seconds, so if he really needs to, he can go refill that bottle in the fountain and get a little bit more extra regen. But yeah, they have a lot of damage, and pretty much all their cooldowns are coming back up.
Liquid Fire to bring down this tier 3. QO brought back for this one. He's back in the fight. The rest of his team is with him to support him here. Bulbug tries to go in with the stun, but QO uses the BKB in the nick of time. Is not going to get stunned up and absolutely destroys him, deletes him off the map. And with that, they're going to be calling GG, as they were just on the cusp of Megas there. And now the Immortals taking map, or game 1, I should say. Again, been casting way too much of these fancy video games. And they are going to be the winners here. Game number 1, Series 2 here. The second series of the NA qualifiers here for Dota Pit. And what a game, honestly. Very close between them. Went to almost 50 minutes.
Yeah, that was an enjoyable match to watch. We need to find you a co-cast. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to end up casting this whole thing with you, but we'll see. We'll be back after a couple-minute break, guys. And